How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we've got more postseason baseball here. As you see, we swept the Texas Rangers, taking two of the first two wildcard games to move on to the ALDS. The White Sox move on, as well as the Padres and the Brewers. And so postseason baseball is in full swing. And if I remember correctly, we win the game 8-1 on a dominant performance from Logan Gilbert, 6 1/3 innings pitched with an 1 ERA. So here we go facing the Blue Jays. And if you guys don't remember, my playoff structure is as followed. I will play the first game of the playoff series and then sim until the point that we get eliminated. And so with this, it is a best of five. So first person to win three. So there you see the playoff picture. We take on Toronto. The White Sox take on the Angels. Brewers go to Atlanta, and the Padres go and face the Dodgers. So kind of a boring divisional series here. But let's take a look at this game here. As you can see, we won an 8-1 as we scored early, and then in the 7th and the 8th, put it away with 5 runs in the 7th and a run in the 8th. Jesus Sanchez and Dylan Moore had a couple of home runs. Julio Rodriguez had a stolen base. And Logan Gilbert, like I said, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, a run, a walk, 4 strikeouts. And Diego Castillo goes an inning and gives up or strikes out 1, along with Justice Sheffield, who just continues to get opportunities here in the big leagues. Some other things to make note of, I changed up the pitching because I kind of wanted a bit of a challenge, so I moved it to classic. So you get to see how that goes. Probably shouldn't have done that in the off season, but Pulse is just too easy. And we've got all the division series here in one video. Now, also, another thing to note is I have moved. So if you guys hear some dogs barking in the background, that is why. But hopefully that won't be an issue. But, can't really control when they bark. So here we go. We are facing the best team in the American League, the Toronto Blue Jays. When we faced them back in April, they were dominant. Their offense was mighty, and the pitching shut us down for the most part, whereas our pitching collapsed. And it's no easy task going up against Alek Manoah. As you see, his regular season starts, 33 starts, 14-10 record with a 3 ERA, so a down year for him. But all in all, he is still the Blue Jays ace. And for us, we have George Kirby on the mound who, he's kind of had an up and down year, but, he is young. He's got a potential. So this would be a good chance for him to get some postseason experience. Julio Rodriguez starts this ball game with a high fly to center field. Will Myers is there. And a first pitch out here as we look at the lineup card. Nothing really changes here. Dylan Moore getting the start at third base. We had the 5th best average in the AL at 260. So hoping to get some offense going. Teoscar Hernandez is going to have a base hit with Ty France moving up to second base. So we got some slow boys on the bases. Michael Brantley climbing in, looking to give the Mariners a lead here in the first inning. Blooped into left. That'll drop in. The runner's going to come and try and score from third, and he is out by a mile. I wanted to be aggressive, but that was probably a little too aggressive. Although with 2 outs, you might as well try, even if you will be out by a country mile. But unfortunately, we do fail to score, and we get 2 hits on the inning and do nothing with it. So here's Santiago Espinal. He will start the first inning with a leadoff base hit. And Jesus Sanchez is going to overrun that ball, and Espinosa will stay put at first.
Batting second, the center fielder.
Here's Will Myers playing center. Espinal stole second base, and that'll be a And oh, no, Ty France is going to drop the ball. So what should have been an easy first out is an E6 on the young shortstop. And the Blue Jays have runners at first and second for Bo Bichette. First pitch swinging to right. Hernandez won't get there. It's over his head, off the wall. Espinal held up at second, and he will stay put at third base. So base is loaded for George Springer. And a changeup gets him, I believe, or maybe a curveball. A fastball gets Vladdy. So 2 strikeouts, 2 outs. Kirby is 1 out away from getting out of this inning, and it's Alejandro Kirk getting a bloop at the second base. Christian Arroyo is there, and George Kirby gets out of a bases-loaded jam without surrendering a run. However, in the second inning, things aren't going off to a good start here as Brandon Belt walks on 4 pitches for Matt Chapman.
Leading off for the Jays, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
This pitch will be number 30 here for Kirby, who's already had a plethora of base runners. Hit to left field at the warning track at the wall. Sanchez leaps off the wall. I don't know why he told me to leap there, but it did. And so Brandon Belt scores all the way from first, and Matt Chapman gets back to third. So a triple, and the Jays have a 1-0 lead. Make it 2-0, as that's going to be hit to Hernandez, who makes the running grab, and Chapman will tag and score easily, and the Jays offense strikes early. 2-0. On to the third, full count for Arroyo. He's going to draw a walk, so runners at first and second with 2 outs for Teoscar Hernandez.
Now batting, the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Hernandez singled his first time up. Had a good year. He will go into free agency this year. First pitch from Manoah. A fastball. Got a piece, fouls it off. Hernandez, of course, when the Mariners and the Jays faced each other last year in the wild card round, was on the Jays' end. And now he's playing with the Mariners here in Toronto as he grounds out to first base in the inning. So the Mariners leave him in on base again. Kirby looking for a clean inning. On to the third, it's not going to start off that way, as that's into the corner, and Bichette's got extra bases to start the third inning. Lead-off double. He's over to third, 2 outs for Alejandro Kirk, and he's got a 3-1 count. Brandon Belt on deck. Hit to second, and Christian Arroyo with a delayed reaction. And that will give the Jays a 3-0 lead. This rate, they're going to win 9-0. Bryce Terang going to get that one into left. So some base runners, too, for the Mariners. They've had plenty of them as well, but unlike the Jays, they can't seem to bring them home. Terang on the move. Dylan Moore is going to take a ball. Terang gets a stolen base. Dylan Moore will be a strikeout. Here is Julio. Goes the other way into right field. Here comes Terang. The throw from Springer is going to be not in time and up the line, and Julio will move up to second base. It's 3-1. Chris Flexen now on the mound for the Mariners, and Vladdy takes him deep to left field. Solo shot to lead off the 6th. And I thought that said 619 feet, but it just said 419 feet. 106 miles an hour off the bat, and it is 4-1 Jays. Brandon Belt. He's going to go deep to right field this time. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's gone. Brandon Belt belts it to right. 374 feet. Barely keeping it fair. And it's 5-1 Jays off another solo shot here in the 6th. So I'll give credit where credit is due. It's not a blowout. 5-1 is manageable. I mean, we don't have many outs left, but it's manageable. So good on the pitching for keeping it where it is. As Bryce Terang gets in another base hit, he's 2 for 3. Dylan Moore has been quiet, 0 for 2. Manoah's still out there, 81 pitches through 6. And he's out there because it swings like that. Barely gets a piece of it. Probably should have laid off. Dylan Moore, like many of his teammates, have been the casualty of a strikeout, as Alek Manoah does tend to get a lot of them. Fastball near the helmet. So Manoah might be getting a little bit tired. We can only hope. 101. Slider low, 2-1. Hitter's count, takes a sinker high in the zone for the second strike. Terang on the move. Moore fouls it off. Will it get in the stands? It would bounce off the netting. Only 29 balls for Manoah. Mariners have been swinging. Bloops it the other way into right field. If Terang was going on that pitch, he could have taken third easily. And he'll move up to third on the play. So some aggressive base running from Bryce Terang. And now the Mariners have him at the corners with nobody out. Julio's 1 for 3. Has the lone Mariners RBI. Could get another one right here. All we need is a fly ball. A double play would be not ideal, but it would at least probably score the run. So we'll take anything. Just got to put the ball in play. There's ball number 30 from Manoah. Sinker missed inside. Ball 1. Slider well outside. 2-0. Three and 0. Does Julio have the green light? 3-0 with Ty France on deck. He does not. He takes 4-pitch walk. Bases loaded. Ty France is the tying run. And here comes the Jays manager, and that will be it for Alek Manoah. He goes 6. Gives up a few hits, a couple of walks, strikes out a bunch, gives up a run. Solid game 1 start for him. However, he leaves some runners on and nobody out. So this could be a brand new ball game here in a matter of seconds. Coming in now is Adam Simber. And let me tell y'all, he's got a weird windup and I don't like it. It's hard. It's hard to read pitches. But no matter, we have 3 outs to play with. We can do this. Ty France was down 0-2. Gets a piece. Bichette in the hole. Plants, throws. And I don't know why Ty France was like walking down the baseline, but I guess he was. I wonder if I know it'll show because it was a good play by Bichette. And he knew he had plenty of time because Mr. France here is slow. So he's able to plant and make a great throw. And Ty France is like, I don't need to be safe. He could have been safe if he was hustling down the line. Arroyo chases a slider. 2 men down. Teoscar, tying run. 2 runners in scoring position. Could make the game interesting. Weak chopper, though, to Bichette. He makes the throw. And the Mariners get 1, but the Jays take this game 5-2, and they take game 1 of the series off the great pitching of Alek Manoah and the bullpen coming in and shutting it down. And George Kirby, not having the best start, but he settled down, albeit it wasn't great, but he was fine. If this was like a Tuesday Tuesday game in the middle of July, who cares? But a 5 innings pitch is not going to do well here in the postseason. 3 runs, 6 strikeouts. Manoah had 6 strikeouts as well. So the Jays take game 1. We out-hit them 8-7. But unfortunately, we just could not bring our runners in, and that is going to be our downfall if we keep this up. But we've got more baseball to play. We still have 2 games to play. It ain't over until it's over. Brandon Belt is your player of the game. 1 for 2, a home run and a walk, and he came around to score, I think, on that walk. He did, of course, yes. So an RBI, a run. Manoah gets the win. Kirby gets the loss. And here we go, updated playoff picture. Toronto takes a second game, and the Dodgers swept the Padres. So the Padres are underperforming just like they are in real life, which is kind of, I love it when teams who spend way too much money underperform. It's chaotic and it's kind of glorious in and of itself. So our backs are against the wall here as we lose this one 10-7, and all because our bullpen, whoever pitched that 8th inning, just ruined it for us. We had the lead. We even scored 3 in the 9th. We were coming back, but I guess it's Flexen, 2 2/3. He went 4 runs and then 2 runs from Penn Murphy. So here we go, game 3. Sorry, I was trying to get my dogs to stop play fighting while I'm recording. But you will probably hear some barking, and I'm trying to get this video done before I have other things I have to go do. So here we go, game 3. We are in Seattle. We lose game 1, we lose game 2. And I believe Chris Bassett is on the mound. Logan Gilbert is on the mound for us, but Chris Bassett on the mound for the Jays. And like I said, our backs are against the wall. This is it, make or break. This determines our, well, this doesn't determine, this could determine our season right here. But this is the second, the best team in the American League. So the Jays are pretty damn good. Postseason starts for Logan Gilbert. He made a start against Texas, and there you see his stats from that start. Pretty dang good, if you ask me. Logan Gilbert has been a pleasant surprise. Chris Bassett, 32 starts for him. ERA at over 4, which, I saw this and I thought, okay, we can take advantage of that. He gives up runs. Gilbert doesn't give up runs. If we can just have things go the way they've gone all season, this should be a good game for us to get a comeback win and stay a little bit alive here. And there's some luck right there as Ty France bloops that into center field. Christian Arroyo into left field. So some bloop hits here, all with 1 out in the first inning. Hernandez hits that hard. There's some bad luck because it's a double play. So kind of a mixed bag of results there. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. going to start the, what inning is this? Second inning with a leadoff base hit. Alejandro Kirk gets that one past the second base bag into center field. So the Blue Jays have something cooking here in the second. Brandon Belt was your player of the game in game 1, and that's off of Logan Gilbert, and there's no play. I can throw to first all day, but there's no play. Bases loaded. Where have we been before? We've seen this before. And that hits the left fielder, Varsho, and the the Blue Jays get a run. And they're going to get another run as that's into center field. 1 run scores. So that's actually a close play to the plate. And he's safe. 3-0 Blue Jays already in the 4th. And another walk. It's really, I know part of this is just because I just switched to classic pitching and I got to figure it out.
Ball 1, no strike.
I don't love classic pitching, but like I said, I could easily dominate on pulse. And I don't like pure analog that much. I don't like meter. Pinpoint is hard. I can't pinpoint. The mechanics for it are very difficult for me as a visually impaired gamer to kind of see to time correctly. So who knows? I'll stick with classic for a little bit. If it's, if it continues to be blowouts like this, then I might just go back to pulse because I had my fair share of struggles on pulse. But we'll see. Anyways, that's down the line. Base hit. Blue Jays continue to have base runners on here in the 4th.
Runner, yes.
Justice Sheffield on the mound, and that's another bloop hit. So it's a 4-0 ball game. No one out still. Runners at the corners. Santiago Espinal takes a ball. The Blue Jays, again, showing that they are the better team right now. And they, like I said, they dominated the season series against us. They swept us, I think. They did, yes. They just continue to pour it on here. As we were threatened to be swept here in the postseason as well. But Julio says, hold on a second. I gotta help our team out any way I can. Solo shot to left. It's 5-1. Diego Castillo's got some runners on.
0-1.
It's the 7th inning now. Blooper again behind second base, and that'll get down. 1 run will score. Actually, no one will score because they had to make sure it dropped. So bases full of Blue Jays as we warm up some pitchers. Here comes Mr. Brents. 1 inning pitch so far. Had a strikeout.
Number 59.
Brandon Belt takes a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
0-2.
1 ball.
1-2.
strike.
Grounder. Ty France throws to first or second. 2 Brent's covering, and that will bring in a run, but a double play. 6-1.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays.
On to the 9th.
93.
Yimi Garcia in as the Mariners down 5. It's 4, 5, and 6, heart of the order. Teoscar's 1 for 3. This could possibly be Hernandez's last game as a Mariner. Slider swung on and missed. 0-2. Slurve misses high. Hit to second, and that's the first out. Here's Michael Brantley. He's been relatively quiet all series long. Hit hard, but right at Bo Bichette. And that is the second out. The Blue Jays 1 out away from advancing to the ALCS. Jesus Sanchez, last hope for the Mariners. Slider misses outside. Ball 1. Slurve fouled off. Gets a piece. As you guys can hear, T-Mobile Park is very quiet now.
Ball.
Fastball high. 2-1.
1 strike.
Hit hard but foul. Mariners down to their final strike here. Garcia gets the sign from Kirk. The wind, the pitch, swung on and missed, and the Toronto Blue Jays defeat the Mariners here, sweep them out of the postseason, and they take this game 6-1 and take the series and will head on to the American League Championship Series. The Blue Jays, the better team, all in all, I'd say, regardless of whether or not I change pitching styles. They were definitely the superior team. So good luck to them in the rest of the way. If I had to pick who I'd want to win the World Series now, it had to be the Braves, of course. But your player of the game is Chris Bassett, 7 hits, 3 strikeouts through 7 innings, and a 1 earned run. Logan and Gilbert gets the loss as he goes 5, 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, a couple of walks with 3 earned runs. And that is year 1 in the books for the Seattle Mariners franchise. Don't know what that's about. So, that's it. We've been eliminated at the playoffs, and we'll go ahead and sim the rest of the postseason. And the Toronto Blue Jays defeat the LA Dodgers. The Dodgers swept Milwaukee, who beat Atlanta. That's crazy. And Toronto takes 4 of 2 from the Angels and wins 4 of 2 from the Jays. Your World Series MVP is Matt Chapman. And postseason MVP, isn't that a thing? Alejandro Kirk. So, that'll be it. That's the season. Next time on the channel, we'll have the off season. And thank you guys for watching season 1. Season 2 will begin shortly. But I appreciate it. And we've got some big changes coming up here in the Mariners franchise. It's a fun off season. It's a lot of fun. You'll see some surprise teams in the mix for different players. So, with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching year 1, year 2 coming up. And if you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as I post videos as often as I can. And we've got the off season with some spring training hopefully in the next video, and then we'll start the 2024 regular season after that. Hopefully this time we can get a World Series, but that's the goal of this franchise, get a World Series, and we'll see if we can do that as we inch ever so close to getting there. So I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.